Hello everyone and welcome back to Affinity for Commander, where today, well, I saw the sun saw fit to rise today, so therefore that can only mean one thing. More Magic the Gathering products. This time specifically a new secret lair with Marvel's name in tow, a particularly more expensive secret lair, but that's for another video and another day. More importantly for us, there's 5 new legends to be taking a look at. As always, if you like any of the cards you see here today and wish to purchase them for yourself, then be sure to do so through any of our lovely affiliate links in the description box below. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but really helps channel out quite a lot. And as always, all prices you see here today are provided by the fabulous sponsor of our channel, cardmarket.com. So if you don't know, secret lairs are a product made and purchased directly from Wizards of the Coast themselves, usually around reprints of cards with featured artists or just different or unique and funny artwork, usually centered around a theme. This time, Wizards of the Coast has paired with Marvel Comics to bring us 5 secret lairs with their own unique legendary creatures in the secret lairs themselves, which, worked out so well last time. But hopefully Wizards have learned from their mistakes and will be reprinting these legendary creatures into core Magic products relatively soon. So going down from Wizards' own website, we're going to start with Black Panther's secret lair. In the lair, we find alternate art versions of Secure the Wastes, Primal Vigor, Heroic Intervention, and Khan's Bastion. Now, these cards are not exactly blowing me away, especially could not pay me enough money to run Primal Vigor, given my opponent's advantage is just not in me, I just can't do it. But onto the legend himself. Black Panther Wakandan King is a 2/2 human noble hero for 1 green and 1 white mana. He has first strike and reads, Survey the Realm. Whenever Black Panther or another creature you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target land you control. And for 3 generic mana, you can mine Vibranium. Move all +1/+1 counters from target land you control onto target creature. If 1 or more +1/+1 counters are moved this way, you gain that much life and draw a card. So we've got creatures, ET being lands, and awaken synergies. There's a lot going on here for 2 mana on a green-white creature, and I don't hate it. There's the ramp in green and the boatload of weenie creatures in white to then put more counters on lands, to then move those counters to make your small creatures bigger, gain more life, draw more cards. Yeah, there's a lot here for 2 mana, and I actually rather quite like him. And I have also just now realized while actually making this video that casting Secure the Wastes for a lot gets you a lot of counters. Yeah, okay, this card's actually really good. Now moving down, we're going to the Captain America secret lair. This secret lair contains Sigarda's Aid, Flawless Maneuver, In the Trenches, and Sword of War and Peace, all with alternate art. Now, for me, these feel a little bit off. Okay, I get the Sword of War and Peace is very Captain America, but the Trenches card is a bit of a miss. I get the flavor behind it, but it doesn't seem as good as it could have been, especially when the legend really doesn't care about exile or enchantments at all. So, speaking of which, let's actually look at him. Cap himself. America's Commander. Captain America, First Avenger, is a 4/4 legendary human soldier hero for 1 red, 1 white, and 1 blue. And I do fully appreciate that Wizards swapped around that pip order to get in that red, white, and blue form. I do appreciate that. He reads, Throw for 3 generic mana. Unattach an equipment from Captain America. He deals damage equal to that equipment's mana value divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 different targets. And catch, at the beginning of combat on your turn, attach up to 1 target equipment you control to Captain America. Okay, so firstly I do appreciate the fact that you are throwing the equipment to deal the damage, and then it bounces and comes back to you in combat to use again as an equipment and get the effect. So game-wise, very good, and also just very flavorful. And with the damage being able to be split, that's going to be clearing out a lot of little chump blockers for the Cap to be able to get in and get some good damage. There is just one small problem in that he is just a Jeskai equipment commander. And last I checked, Arden still exists and still has Partner, so is still way better. So yeah, I can't really see myself shelling out for the Captain America one. I'm not really that into the character. And whilst, yeah, I get the fact that he does go infinite if you have infinite colorless mana and 1 equipment that you can just attach and reattach all the time with his ability, which is nice and funny, but yeah, it's not doing it for me. Meanwhile, however, let's move on to our sexy billionaire playboy philanthropist. Iron Man, Titan of Innovation, is a 4/4 human hero with flying and haste for 3 generic, 1 blue and 1 red mana. He reads, Genius Industrialist. Whenever Iron Man attacks, create a treasure token. Then you may sacrifice a non-creature artifact. If you do, search your library for an artifact card with mana value equal to 1 plus the sacrificed artifact's mana value. Put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. So moving on from a video I've done about shooters being powerful in Commander, Iron Man kind of really drives that point home with Birthing Pods slapped onto a Commander that you are definitely going to be playing in the command zone. Even just sacrificing the treasure Iron Man gives you from his own effect leads you to getting stuff like Soul Ring or Commander's Plate that, are also in the secret lair. He also comes with a Galvanic Blast and Inventor's Fair because apparently this deck doesn't have enough tutoring in it. And he just seems incredibly good and powerful and very consistent in what it's looking to do. And plus, every card in his secret lair can be utilised by Iron Man, and it's just really good. All useful cards, powerful commander in relevant colours, great art. Yeah, there's literally nothing to complain about. If you like Iron Man, this ticks all the boxes. Now, moving on to the distinctly Xmen portion of the secret lairs, let's move on to the card that is the closest thing to a goddess we will ever see. Storm, Force of Nature. Storm, Force of Nature is a 3/4 legendary mutant hero with flying and vigilance for 1 generic, 1 blue, 1 green, and 1 red mana. She reads, Ceaseless Tempest. Whenever Storm deals combat damage to a player, the next instant or sorcery spell you cast this turn has Storm. Okay, so we're going to ignore Storm being completely broken for just 1 second while we look at the rest of the cards for her, because they are so completely on theme. Lightning Bolt, a renamed Jeska's Will, Ice Storm, and Manamorphose. All very good targets for Storm's ability. And even with just cards in the secret lair, having out Storm and hitting and giving something Storm is ridiculous. Let's say you play a few small spells, main one, maybe a Mana Rock, maybe Bolt something. Hit with Storm, cast that Jeska's Will. Yeah, I'll take 3 copies of Jeska's Will, with both modes chosen, because that's balanced. And yes, whilst I do love Iron Man's tutoring ability, being able to give any card you want Storm with just the pretext of having to hit with a flying commander, yeah, that's a very low bar for entry, and I will not be surprised if Storm becomes the definitive standout legend from these new commanders, because quite frankly, she's amazing. Now, moving on to the last not-so-secret lair, it is headed by Wolverine, a lesser-known member of the X-Men, who, if they are going to do any sort of live action with him, he's a very minor character. I don't honestly know who they'd actually even get to play him. Let me know who you think in the comments below. I'm thinking, maybe Nick Cage, probably? Wolverine, Best There is a 2/2 legendary mutant berserker hero for 1 generic, 1 red, and 1 green mana. He reads, Unrivaled Lethality. Double all damage Wolverine would deal. And at the beginning of each end step, if Wolverine dealt damage to another creature this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on him. And finally, for 1 generic and 1 green, you may regenerate Wolverine. And his assorted cards also paint a very deliberate style to track with your short-stacked Canadian. Berserk, Rite of Passage, Rhythm of the Wild, and the Ozolith, yet this deck is definitely meant to be very angry. Even Logan himself has a damage doubling effect on him, which works really well with cards like fight effects, or effects that have him deal damage to a creature or player. Which honestly, if I were to build Wolverine, that's where I would go with it. Loads and loads of fight effects, because he can essentially deal 4 lots of damage right at the get-go due to his first line of text. And then he's going to get a +1/+1 counter, and also, you can just regenerate him if anything goes haywire, which again is also, very flavorful. Now overall, I'm not massively impressed with Wolverine. I was expecting a lot angrier and a lot, you just forgive the pun, shorter design on him. The regenerate is good, funny, and obvious, but I don't know, I was expecting at least haste, I guess. Plus, his reprints aren't as valuable as some others, and they just don't feel as flavorful as others as well. But no, the definite standout for me is Storm and her incredibly flavorful and good secret lair. Can't wait to, cast Ice Storm copied 5 times. I'm a good person. And that will be the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. What cards in the secret lairs are you really excited for? Or what X-Men do you want to have a secret lair of? Let us know in the comments below. We read every single one of them. As always, all Affinity for Commander content is made possible thanks to the support of our amazing patrons. You guys are truly awesome. If you too like to become a patron of the channel and help support us and get access to exclusive EDH related rewards, then be sure to check out our links in the description box below. You can also support the channel through the quick and easy ways, liking this video, subscribing, commenting, and hitting that bell icon so you never miss a video. But that'll be it from me for now, guys. As always, I've been Alex, and I'll see you next time.